following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Hello, buddy, and welcome back to part 3 of episode 112. I'm Mike Hogan.
I'm just a Kota.
And this is Let's Talk About That, as we talk about the WWE Cruiserweight Classic Tournament second round matches. This week we only had 2 matches. We only had two matches.
Because they made them longer.
But it wasn't the whole hour, though. Time was cut.
Time was cut. Was it preempted by the dog show?
No.
Okay.
So that worked. For only $9.99.
Only $9.99. I thought maybe they had the Winstermer dog show.
But it's good they did that.
How do you say that?
That shows they had the whole hour set out for it, but hey, if it didn't go the whole hour, they're supposed to be 40 minutes.
Right.
So. Well, let's start with the first match was Gran Metalik, from Mexico.
Did you listen to it again?
Yeah.
Did it sound like Metalik or whatever?
Yes.
It didn't sound like
Not this time, no.
Metalik. I'm trying to tell you.
Versus Tajiri from Japan, and your winner, who advances to the tournament, was Gran Metalik.
And then up next, your second match, Cedric Alexander, USA, take on Ibushi from Japan. Winner, Ibushi.
Sign Cedric, sign Cedric, sign
That
Cedric.
was interesting.
Give me goosebumps.
I got goose pimples as well. He's very emotional. It came off very real.
It did. When I come out and went, sure. Okay, let's go.
Look at it, yeah. When you come out there, react like that, give him a thumbs up and say, yeah, I'm pretty good, I did that. And then shake his hand and everything. It just goes to show you right there. I believe he'll be one of the ones on Monday Night Raw. For the...
Going to be on SmackDown Live.
Yeah, but at least it'll be for the Cruiserweight title.
Him and Sami Zayn.
See, I think maybe that's what they're waiting on.
No telling.
I think Sammy would do well in that. He is the weight limit.
Yes, but he don't need to be put in that weight limit.
What's wrong with it? He could be like the Rey Mysterio of that.
Oh, goodness.
That's a good thing.
Booyaka.
That's a good thing. I'm not saying all his other weird quirks.
That's true. Okay, but next week, we have 3 matches next week, so they time out better.
Yes, you got Tozawa taking on Jack Gallagher.
Yes.
Jack Gallagher.
That's another one that should be signed.
Both of those.
Yeah. Noam Dar versus HoHo Lun.
Was Noam.
Noam?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's fair ones. Once they get on TV more, we'll learn better. We murder names, you know that. Jeez.
We do. I don't really know a lot about those two. Those two may wind. I think some of the cruiserweights need to stay in NXT.
They do.
And build up their name in NXT and then come on Raw later. You don't want to have all 32 guys on Monday Night Raw.
No.
Which we already know supposedly we're not going to get the star of the show, Zack Sabre Jr.
Right. So
He claims he's got other things he wants to do.
So does that take him out of the running?
Right. To me, you should not win the tournament unless you're signed on the dotted line. And they're saying Ibushi hasn't even signed on the dotted line. So are we going to get someone?
Look at this final 4 here and see who falls into the category. It could be those 2 in the finals. But we'll find out, won't we?
Exactly. Maybe by the time the finals hit, some of these people that are not signed on the dotted line will be signed on the dotted line. But I mean, I'm thinking this whole way, I was thinking it'd be Ibushi or Ibushi or whatever his name is, taking on Sabre Jr. in the finals. That's the way they keep leading.
They fall in that way in the tournament. One's on this side, one on this side. They
right.
Yeah.
It's not like they're both on one side of the bracket, so it seems like that's where they're leaning. But the final match next week we've got, I'm not even going to spoil anything, but I'm just going to say I'm not happy. So if you can figure it out from there, that's just because you're smart. But I'm not happy.
And you've finally seen the spoilers.
And if you're smart, you just read spoilers.
Yes.
Which I was always a component for this person, right? I always liked this person.
You loved him.
Always was a bit, because I thought he was the next Brian Pillman, minus the dying part.
Yes.
at least one day. I mean, everybody's got it that one. But anyway, the Brian Kendrick, I know, off on a weird tangent there. So
Talking
weird.
about death this weekend.
I know! So morbid today.
Like you've been to a weird,
like I've been to
a weird indie show, huh?
Indie show in the middle of the woods, in the middle of the cornfields. Children of the corn hanging out, you know. Ugh. The Brian Kendrick going against my boy.
Your boy.
This generation's
Evolves.
my boy.
Yes.
Evolves, boy. Tony Nese.
Should be 3 great matches.
It'll be 3 great matches. I'm just not excited about some of the turnouts of the men.
And also, they wrote that they're planning to give away
yes.
2 medals to the finalists. So. Or,
One,
or it could be 4 medals. I didn't say what he says.
The final 4 might get it.
Could be the final 4, yeah.
The 2 from this bracket, the 2 from that bracket might get medals.
And then the
one gets a trophy. And the final one gets a big title belt. You just never know. Because I think on the finals they will debut the Cruiserweight Championship. And I don't want it to look like the old Cruiserweight title.
No, and I wouldn't. It would. They should be there. Stephanie and Mick Foley should be there in the audience.
Yeah, of course. They should present it with a belt.
That's true.
Present it with a belt.
And then come on, have somebody come out there and let's have a big fight going. Let's start a feud.
Start a feud and go. Well, exactly. But up next,
then we're gonna go to
top morality countdowns.
Yeah, we haven't countdowns in a while, have we?
We have 2 countdowns today. We've got predicting the first 10 WWE Universal Champions.
And we're going to do 9 early predictions for what could happen next week at SummerSlam.
What?
It's like prediction countdown.
Prediction countdowns. Because number 10 goes against everything I have said. Everything!
Yes.
It goes against everything I've said from the beginning of why Seth Rollins needs to be a heel champion with the face chasing the belt. But they're saying the 10th prediction would be Finn Balor for the first ever SummerSlam. First ever SummerSlam.
Yes.
First ever Universal Champion happening at SummerSlam 2016.
Yes.
I read that completely the wrong one.
You did. You were all over the road here.
I was.
But coming to number 9.
Like I was on back road in a back country.
Yes. Not getting a check. Hell in the Cell of this year, they say Seth Rollins will take the title from Finn Balor.
Right. And number 8, this man would be avenging his loss at WrestleMania, beating the person that took that title red-handed from him when it was supposed to be Brock Lesnar taking on Roman Reigns, and this person threw himself in there.
That's true.
Made it a triple threat and beat him for the belt. So that technically, but who had the title?
Brock had the title.
Thank you. So he lost the title. So this would be a revenge win.
It would be.
And they're saying that number 8 would be Brock Lesnar beating Seth Rollins and getting the belt at Survivor Series 2016.
But then, at number 7, coming at number 7, the next champion who would take the title from Brock would be the following year, WrestleMania 33. That man would be Roman Reigns.
And when did we have Brock versus Roman already?
We had WrestleMania.
30 what?
2. 31.
31. I think it was 31.
I felt like it every year. I was just Roman every year.
Yes, Roman every year, but I think it was 31.
It was.
31.
32 was Hunter, yes.
Yes. So yeah, I really don't like that. I don't want to see them again.
Me neither. That would be a bad one, but yeah, hopefully it's not right. Continue.
But I like this, especially if he beats that person. But this, if it's going in order, that's who he would beat.
Yes, and then what's going? That's supposed to be the next 10 champions. Yes.
Right. So the next champion would beat Roman Reigns, and they would beat him at SummerSlam. That's a long reign. Anyway, beat him at I don't want it.
A long reign for Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns. SummerSlam 2017. Your next champion would be with the Shinskaska. However you say it. Don't. No. Tell me his word. His move.
I have no clue. They say it so quickly.
Shinskaska. Anyway.
Flabbergaster!
Flabbergaster. The flatulator. What?
Yes.
So anyway, yes, the next person who would get the belt would be Nakamura. SummerSlam. Shinsuke Nakamura. SummerSlam 2017.
But the next guy would be good.
Would be the guy.
Yes. Would be the prize fighter. He would roll into Survivor Series in 2017 and take the title off Nakamura, and that man is Kevin Owens.
Now this would be great. Kevin Owens holding the belt from Survivor Series 2017 all what? From November to what? April there? Yeah. From November to April for WrestleMania 34, losing it to a, what looks to me to be the first two-time Universal Champion.
Ooh, and I hope we've mentioned some names, so who could it be?
Who could it be? Could it be Finn Balor? Could it be Seth Rollins? Could it be Brock Lesnar? Could it be Roman Reigns? Could it be the only other person left? Could it be Nakamura? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is WrestleMania 34. Nakamura beating Kevin Owens for the belt, being the first ever two-time Universal Champion. Now we're just getting some weird stuff.
Yes, but the writing, if you read them, it's pretty good.
All the way from 10 to 4, it's like, this is amazing. This is great. This is going to be awesome. Just subtract Roman Reigns for a few months. But this is great. But then all of a sudden,
coming into Survivor, it's always Survivor Series. No one loses the TLC. But, or the Royal Rumble. No one loses the Rumble.
No, nobody ever loses the Royal Rumble. You ever notice that?
That's true.
It's just to build them up for WrestleMania.
But coming in and taking the title off at Survivor Series in 2018.
This person beating Nakamura, by the way, let's just put that out there.
Would be a good one. Would be a shocking one. He could talk.
You can talk all day.
And he could be a good heel. I could see him fall in the same category as Jay Lethal.
This is true, but
Thank you very much.
But from SummerSlam 2016, when they lose, I'm just about to give it away. When they lose the tag team titles, they better build up and build hard.
They probably would.
Build hard. I know that sounds really perverted, right? But they hard. They better build him up good and hard. All the way up to...
Rub it out there, folks. Rub it out.
They better build him up good all the way to Survivor Series 2018, because if not, it will not be believable.
Yeah, no, you'd have to do some good writing.
Very good writing.
Which WWE does not do.
All the way from SummerSlam 2016, all the way to Survivor Series 2018.
You'd have to have the breakup
for
and build him.
That's 2 years.
And he'd have to win some smaller titles on the way.
For 2 years.
Yes.
They've really got to make this guy look like the best of the best to make this look believable, because right now, with the position he's in, he looks like a manager.
Right. And it's Xavier Woods.
It just doesn't right now, from where we're at right now.
No, you're right. No.
It'd be like I'm not saying this person, because they could both wrestle, but I'm talking about character-wise, it'd be like Santino winning the world title.
Yes. Right now, yes. What they'd have to do is, he'd have to turn heel, he'd have to win a smaller belt on the way, he'd have to beat some major people on the way to like a very good contender for the championship.
Yes.
I mean, even taking out Finn Balor or Roman Reigns on his way to being the number one contender.
Yes. Yeah. But up next, who would take the title, if this falls away, who would take the title? The next guy. Number 2. They say that it was between Roman Reigns and this guy right here to be the next guy.
Maybe they're going to try it now with this one.
Maybe they'll try it now with this one. Because he was in the lineup for the guy, but Triple H, they say, convinced Vince to go with the Roman Reigns. Sounds like it was a bad idea.
Yeah.
This person has really come out to be his own character, really built up himself.
And what happened to him? What happened to him the other day, a couple weeks ago?
Could be the start of something.
Could be a start of his singles push to lead him
hopefully
to
it's not a big storyline about his balls.
2019 is when it will be. So
it would be, but hopefully, like I said, it's not a big storyline just to talk about his large sack of balls.
You got to leave the sack of balls alone. But
right now,
Gallows and Anderson Will, they had that doctor skit was hilarious.
I haven't seen it yet, but
you ought to see it.
But with the character that he's in right now, it makes sense to joke around about the sack of balls.
Of course.
But to get to this point, it's just like Xavier Woods. They really got to work hard. I mean, you got a good size person, but you got to make him believable character-wise.
But you also have a great built-in storyline there.
Of course, it's built in already because they know each other so well.
And I think that Xavier would be heel, so this will make the other guy face.
Of course, because they love him anyway, and of course you want the little guy to be the heel anyway, because he could be a coward, you know.
Oh yes.
Because this guy right here, number 2, being at WrestleMania 35, they're saying that Xavier Woods would lose the title to Big E. You had the built-in storyline.
That would be an interesting WrestleMania.
Yes, it would be built up with the whole. I don't think they'd be the main event, but
for Raw they would be
the Raw main event. But what I'm saying is not the main event of the night.
No, there'd be something.
Because they always bring in the old guys. Anyway.
Be CM Punk taking on Triple H or something.
Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Give it a rest.
After he's done with his MMA career.
There's one match where he loses. If it happens, I called it here. Okay? I need all your money.
That's a good special. We need to watch Fox Sports 1 because they're doing a good Punk special right
all
now.
you people that are betting, if I just called it, I want the money. Okay? I won't be watching it, but I want the money. But yes, Big E, it would make sense because there is a built-in storyline with the New Day. He's already been Intercontinental Champion. He's already been Tag Team Champion. So this would make him like a Triple Crown Champion right there, So it could work.
Mm-hmm.
But they got to make it to where it's not like he's like the Big Show. Because the Big Show stays goofy so much and then goes him, and then goes fast, and then goes him, and then fast. You got to really invest in it. To make it to where this is a good match, and this is a great story, and believable, and makes it good for Big E to have a good run, they got to build him up as well. Once they split this thing up, the three of them in New Day start going their own ways. Because I think it would even be good if they don't split them up and like, I hate you and you hate me.
Yeah.
Do like Sin Cara and Kalisto. Just say, hey, we want to split, we want to do our own thing. And start bringing them up at an even playing field.
Then when they hit together, then you have...
Then you can have a little, I hate you, you hate me, I was always the better person in New Day, blah, blah. But don't do it yet.
No.
Just wait, let it build up. And then the final one.
The final one, who would take the title off Big E, would be in Hell in the Cell of 2019, and that would be now the current two-time.
He would then be the second ever two-time
Universal Champion, Xavier Woods.
Yes, so Nakamura and Xavier would be the first two people to get the titles twice, which would be good for title history. It'd be different. It wouldn't be the same old people, like all the big names that we've had.
Yes.
And clearly that shows...
I see Seth as the first two-timer.
Do what?
I see Seth on here more, and Kevin Owens here more, and I also see Cesaro here at least a couple once.
Yeah, I think Seth may be the first two-timer.
Maybe even Sami Zayn may be on this list.
Yeah, I think some of these names will be gone off of it. I mean, Brock may not even win it.
No, Brock.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me since it's a brand new belt.
Yeah.
So they could give that, it's so legit. It's good. Because he's crazy.
No, Brock will probably go into WrestleMania next year as the champion. Will not surprise me.
I'm okay with it, but I'm just saying I don't want to see him and Roman again.
Well, what to see? Right, we've got it on video. We got it on.
We do have it right here for proof,
so,
right here on YouTube and on Facebook.
So let's go to the next 9 early predictions for next week's WWE SummerSlam 2016.
Number 9, the New Day's reign, like we were just talking about with number 3, number 2, number 1, comes to an end.
Yep, I think it's going to come to an end. Becky Lynch gets her revenge if she's going to be part of the show.
We don't know yet. We haven't.
I think this was leading more toward when her and Natalia, but so
that's true. That could be it. Number 7, Roman Reigns got the gold. U.S. gold, that is.
Yep, unless he's still in the doghouse.
Well, he's still in the doghouse.
Sasha Banks becomes the alpha female. Yep.
Interesting. So I was about to say American Alpha, but they're on 2 different shows. I saw the word alpha. I was like, they're going to be together, but that wouldn't make no sense. And she just got married.
Yes.
Wonder how the seamstress guy felt about the whole promo with Enzo Amore trying to get with it, you know what I'm saying?
He's still going to try it.
Oh, I think they're going to keep going with that a little bit. Number 5, The Miz gets his comeuppance against Apollo Creed.
Apollo Creed gets the win.
Creed.
Hey, if Daniel Bryan can say it, I can say it.
Anything can happen live.
And this is already there, so this is before they announce it. John Cena versus AJ Styles. Yeah, we know that's happening.
We know this list is all.
That prediction is true.
You did a good job there, buddy. You did real good. Up next, number 3, Brock Lesnar defeats Randy Orton. We're still on the fence on that one.
Yes.
Yeah,
that one go either way.
Randy Orton's been out, what, a year?
9 months.
9 months. So he needs a good win, too. I mean, he's had a few of these small wins here and there, blah, blah. He needs a good pay-per-view win. Brock doesn't really need the win.
No. And Brock lost last year to The Undertaker.
There you go. And Brock also embarrassed the peoples.
He did.
With the whole situation at UFC, which kind of died down now.
It has. Number 2, Finn Balor climbs the ladder, which means he becomes the first Universal Champion.
Ring after ring after ring after ring. That would have been cool with a ladder match.
In due time. No, I should
In due time. At TLC! Alright. If I predicted it, I will feel better for that too. The number 1 early prediction for SummerSlam 2016.
You won't predict it because they don't have TLC. They have Roadblock for December, so you can't. They can't have.
They got rid of TLC?
No, SmackDown's got TLC.
Oh yeah, he can't do it now. Okay.
No. So your prediction.
Unless they say, y'all got TLC? Well, we still got a ladder match.
They can have a ladder match.
They can have a ladder match. A roadblock.
Yeah, they have one.
They can have a roadblock match.
Number 1.
Let's not do that, okay? It's like Dean Ambrose didn't need his own asylum match. That's horrible. Anyway, number 1, speaking of Dean Ambrose, see how good I was there? I knew it was coming. Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler look for the Lunatic Fringe to retain decisively. We already said that.
And probably get a new opponent.
A new opponent, but they will make Dolph look good as he then moves on. That's why I don't think Apollo Crews is going to win the belt, because did they not say that the upcoming house shows was Dolph versus The Miz for the championship? No! Card subject to change. I know about that from this weekend, but I don't like it.
I'd rather
The best friends facing each other.
They don't know their best friends.
We do know that because we have the internets.
Yeah, but they
This
rode
ain't the Bob
together.
Backlund era just because he works
And they
for
rode
him.
together, so yeah, but we're not
See?
saying that.
They were on a ride-along, only on the network. This will be only on the network. They're best friends going up to the Intercontinental. We're making a triple threat with all 3 best friends. That right will be their key.
No, Zack Ryder and Mojo is whatever Hype Bros.
I know.
They're taking on we're about the American Alpha.
Yeah, because American Alpha is the only team that matters.
Right now,
Because all 3 of those teams look like crap already.
Yeah, so they were gone.
Oh!
Oh.
My gosh,
Call back in a minute.
that was frightening, ladies and gentlemen. But up
Let's
next,
go to-
we need the SummerSlam tournament
Pierre, where is that wheel?
to make that deal. The coal miner's glove is on the
This is the
wheel.
greatest Intercontinental Champions of SummerSlam Tournament, round 3. In the first match, we have Triple H taking on Davey Boy Smith. And in the second match, we have Rick Rude taking on Shawn Michaels.
So 3 members of the D-Generation X and 1 member of the Hart Foundation.
Spin that wheel and see who makes it first.
Spin the wheel, make the deal. We don't need sound, we have vision with our eyeballs. Oh, burying everybody. Triple H just beat Davey Boy Smith. So Triple H goes on to the final round.
Oh, alright.
Now
Spin
let's
that
spin the
wheel.
wheel, make that deal. What'll be Rick Rude or Shawn?
What should be Davey Boy Smith? Who cares if it's Davey Boy?
Hello. Rick Rude.
Ooh, Rick Rude. That's going to be a great finals.
I was actually predicting it was going to be Shawn. We'd have DX versus DX. Even the 2 that got thrown out was a good match. Davey Boy Smith versus Shawn Michaels.
Well, that's it for...
Not part 3.
No, but for round 3 of the greatest Intercontinental Champion of SummerSlam next week, we'll do the finals. This is Triple H taking on Rick Rude.
We'll have to spin the wheel 1 time.
1 time.
Triple H versus Rick Rude, ladies and gentlemen, round 4. But up next, we got thumbs up, thumbs down. The WWE is pitching 21 different WWE Network show ideas. We're going to list, Pierre, we are done with you now. Anyway, we're going to list the 21 things, and as we list them, we're going to tell you thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs down. We're going to give our opinion on them, and the first one is Ask Me Anything Live. Live interactive Q&A with the WWE talents. I am going to say thumbs down.
I like that if it's
But here's
true.
the thing.
If
You know
it's
where
true.
you can have a Q&A at?
If it's true.
But you know where you can have a Q&A at?
Where?
On Talking Smack. Live! Because it's SmackDown Live, people. That's where you include that. Or you include that, honestly, this is where they have the Q&As at anyway.
If it's true.
Okay.
Because
But,
if you can't ask anything, then it really isn't live. It ain't true.
right. But they also do the same thing when they do the little Twitter questions before pay-per-views.
Yeah, they do.
They already do that.
They do, I know.
Do we need really a whole 30-minute show about it?
I think it'll be true.
Exactly. Up next we have
Everyone Has a Price, a reality series scouring the country for the most memorable memorabilia. Well, that's easy to say. Memorable WWE
Memorabilia. Which I got some if y'all want to come get it. Y'all can pay for it too. Y'all can buy it back, put it in your dadgum vault.
I mean, you know, you got all these shows.
It's kind of like what's that show called where they have the white vehicle and they go to all the different.
I can't remember the show right now.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
it's a skinny guy, kind of hefty guy.
Yeah, it's Mike and Frank.
Mike and Frank, ladies and gentlemen, and they drive around and look at people's old stuff and buy
American Pickers.
American Pickers. They buy old Coca-Cola signs and Pepsi signs.
I mean, it'll work.
It could work. If they find enough to keep it like for a season, I mean.
Yeah, well, what, 6 episodes? Yeah, I think they could do that.
If they can find enough people with good enough stuff. I'm not talking about, I got a pack of trading cards here, boy. You want a trading card, boy?
I got old Hulk Hogan who doesn't move his arms or legs.
Yeah, I want stuff in containers still in the boxes, mint condition from like way back. That's what I want to see.
That could work. It could work.
Oh my word.
Next up, Extreme Eats. Tommy Dreamer and Bubba Ray Dudley tour the U.S. to show off their favorite food locations, sample odd and strange foods, and also do some eating contests.
That's straight up Tommy Dreamer's alley.
And Bubba Ray,
And Bubba Ray loves to make fun of him about
They
being
joke
fat.
on each other. I think it would work. Could be a good little buddy show. Extreme Eats. I think it would work. I believe it would work. So I'll give that a thumbs up.
Could work. I got to be close to bumping elbows with Bubba Ray's girlfriend this weekend.
You talked to Tommy Dreamer.
I have talked to Tommy Dreamer. He liked my gimmick table, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know what a gimmick table is, go to an indie show.
If you had some food, you probably would have liked it more. You probably would have sat down.
He probably would have. I did have some nachos, but it was after he left.
Nah.
50 states, 50 dates, WWE Bachelor goes on 50 dates to find romance. This reality show about finding true love while also living your life on the road as a WWE talent.
I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on that. I'd probably watch a couple episodes and then be bored about it.
Right. I don't really like the idea. It also depends on who the bachelor or bachelorette is. It also depends on who they find to go on these little dates with them. And, I mean, it's going to be scripted whether you want to realize that or not. They're only going to show you what they want to show you.
Yeah.
Up next, we've got Goldberg's Garage, a reality show about Goldberg, his wife. Wow, it's his wife there.
I guess she works in the cars.
I guess. And their mechanics restoring American muscle cars at their North Carolina garage. I did not know he lived in North Carolina. I thought it was in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. I guess that's where he's famous.
Yeah.
But it's in his North Carolina garage. Do I care?
They could do this for John Cena. John Cena's a big car dude. Now, if you went around to different superstars and different people, legends, and talk about their vehicles they had, maybe they had show cars and stuff, maybe a little different. They could tweak that a little bit, maybe
Kind of like
okay.
MTV Cribs where they just go around and look at people's vehicles.
And fix them up, yeah.
You know? Even if they're just showing off, like, their rides.
Yeah.
I could see that with just the superstars or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see Goldberg, like, I could see that where it's kind of like Vanilla Ice. He used to go around and fix people's houses.
Yeah.
He goes around and
Very
fixes. It is weird. Rob Van Wheel. But yeah, Goldberg can go around to different people, not just his muscle car.
No.
But go around to other people's places and say, hey, for the show, we'll cover all your costs and we'll restore your vehicle brand new.
Him and his wife.
And his wife. Mechanics. And the mechanics.
So, I mean, yeah. I mean,
as
all
in, they're
depends.
going to do the talking and the mechanics are going to do the work.
Yes, that's true.
I'll watch it.
No grease on the fingernails of Goldberg or his wife.
Right. I mean, I'd watch it. It doesn't mean I'd care really too much about it, but I'd watch to see how it is.
Up next, the history of the WWE. 10-part documentary series taking fans from the beginning of the WWE through the launch of the network.
I do like it, just
I
like
like
they
that.
did the 10-part series of with William Shatner doing the voiceover for Breaking Ground. That's the word
I
for
would
it.
like that.
I would like that. The history of the WWE.
The next one I'm going to give a thumbs up for. We're going to talk about it. Legends House Attitude. A sequel to the initial WWE Network series placing 90s legends together under one roof.
Yes.
I would like that too.
You could have people like The Godfather. You could have people like JBL.
DDP.
DDP could be there. Any people during that
The 90s.
the
yeah.
90s where they had the mainly, if they're talking about attitude, it needs to be mainly around the time they did the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah. So you get some WCW people and WWE people.
Exactly. But yes, I would like that. I like the first one, and they never capitalized on it.
They
never went
did
anywhere
not.
else. They filmed it like 4 years before the network even went live.
Yes.
That's probably what messed them up. They lost a lot of money through that because they had to pay them, but they couldn't show it. But I do like the idea. I think it would work very well. And then we got the Miz and Ms. Riz, a reality series following Miz and Maurice.
Just stick them on Total Divas or the Bellas or whatever it's called. Don't worry that.
Miz is Maurice is already on Total Divas, so you
Miz
don't
will be on there
need
too.
exactly. So you don't need a reality series about that. Now, if they did a spin-off on them too, like the Bellas, I'm fine with that on the E network. They don't need it on the WWE network. And then up next you got Talking SummerSlam, a post-pay-per-view talk show. Think Talking Dead, kind of like Talking Smack.
It is. Yes. I thought that was yeah.
I thought they used to do post pay-per-view.
Now, see,
thing,
I think
but
they
got
may
away
be
from it.
just trying to test the waters with Talking Smack.
Right.
And if it goes there well, I think they will start doing it for pay-per-view. Maybe they ain't gonna do it for every pay-per-view, but the major 4, 5, or 4 or 5.
Exactly.
It's interesting. Get the people out there talk. Bring some wrestlers in who had a match.
Right.
You lost, you won, whatever. You won a title, you lost a title.
Exactly.
Next up is Tap Out Fitness. These stars share their train. Okay, bomb on that.
Yeah, that's going to be a big fat no.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, great. You train. We know you train. That's
Don't care.
wonderful. That's great. But I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to take what you say and go, yeah, did I buy Triple H and Stephanie's fitness DVDs? No. If you want to do a Tap Out Fitness thing, make a Tap Out Fitness DVD.
Yeah.
Some people might watch it. And then...
The third wheel. The third wheel. Two WWE fans go on a blind date without knowing that they're going to be joined by a WWE star.
Might be pretty funny.
It would be pretty funny. But I don't, a few episodes you're like,
yeah.
who cares?
It's not something I'd probably be interested in for a whole season.
No, it's not like Edge and Christian show when I had,
And
it was
if they
must-see
do-
TV.
Right.
No.
If they do 6 episodes, 3 of the people on those episodes might be interesting. So 3 episodes might be interesting, but the other ones may not be.
Let's see, History of WWE, interesting. Legends House, interesting. Talking SummerSlam, interesting. Third wheel,
And up next is Totally NXT, a reality competition series of 6 women try to make their way through the developmental system for a chance at the main roster slot in a Total Divas cast membership.
No.
I like the premise. I'll explain what part of the premise I don't like. So I like Totally NXT.
Okay.
Okay? I like that it'd be a reality series.
Okay.
Okay? I'm not about doing what they did with the original part of NXT where it's a competition. That's stupid.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to be about 6 random women.
How many
going
great
through-
matches were lost because of the stupid competition?
Right. And I don't also want it to be about 6 women. Basically what I want to do is you take Breaking Ground, which was a documentary, take the concept of Breaking Ground, turn it into a reality series where you follow men and women that are in the developmental system and make it a reality show about the ups and downs of NXT. So it doesn't have to be just a 10-part documentary. It could be season after season of their triumphs and tragedies, getting injured, getting promoted, going to the main roster,
Getting fired.
blah, blah, blah. So like the documentary, but an actual reality series that's constantly going
So
on.
you're kind of tweaking.
I'm tweaking. I'm going to tweak the idea, but I like the
But that idea.
part of the concept. But the official idea is stupid.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
The next, The Wives of Ric Flair.
Glad
A
I didn't read
documentary
that ahead of
series
time.
on the life of Ric Flair and his 40 ex-wives. 4 it says, but I think he had more than 4. It was like 7 ex-wives. Feels like it.
He definitely had probably 40 or more lovers. That's for
Oh,
sure.
it would be interesting. For one season, 4 or 5 episodes, but that'd be about it. I mean, other than that,
It's not going to be season after season after season. I want to hear about him and his ex-wives.
no.
Because he's engaged again.
Once you run through it once, it's pretty much done with it.
That's what he said.
Yes, it is.
Ah,
Woo!
Space
Woo!
Mountain, woo!
Yes.
Lordy.
Jet flying, living, riding, yes.
That's horrible.
Kiss stealing.
That's
Go
horrible.
ahead.
That's a stupid idea.
It is. That's what it catch you. Just for the train wreck, it would be.
It would be a definite train wreck. WWE All Access reality series following main eventers as they prepare for WrestleMania / SummerSlam level major matches. So kind of like WWE 24.
Yeah.
Where they did the whole Roman Reigns all the way up to a certain point. They did Daniel Bryan up to a certain point. Seth Rollins coming back. Blah, blah.
Before they had the network, they did Shawn Michaels leading up to his and a few roll-up.
So pretty much like that.
Yeah. Man,
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I mean,
it depends on who it is.
If you're doing special events like that, I mean, yeah, it'd be okay. I mean,
it's kind of like I think they're trying to go off of the popularity of those specials that they do leading up to matches, like CM Punk's match, where they do a special documentary style thing, like it's an hour-long documentary or whatever, leading up to their match. I think they're trying to just capitalize on that.
Well, I mean, yeah, if it's somebody I like to see, then I'd watch. If not,
right. If it's like the Vaudevillains All Access, no, I'm not watching that.
If you take it on the Usos.
Woo! But if it's like Finn Balor going after the Universal Championship, I'm okay with stuff like
AJ Styles going after the WWE Championship. Yes.
I could see that. I would like that.
Next up is the WWE Game Night.
They're already kind of doing that.
It's good on the YouTube. I think it will be good. Stretch out a little more on the network.
Yeah, the YouTube's like, what, 5 minutes or something like that?
Yeah.
This would,
But see, it says WWE stars face celebrities in games outside the ring. I'd rather just be all just WWE superstars.
Yeah, I don't really like the celebrity idea. That's more people you got to pay anyway.
Yeah.
I like the celebrity. I mean, I like the WWE stars doing it.
Yeah.
They look like they're having fun. They look like they're enjoying their job. Blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. Heath Slater being a host of it, I think it's perfect for him.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically taking the YouTube 5-minute show and expanding into a 30-minute episode or 20-minute episode.
Yeah.
Even. Something like that. I think it would be really good. WWE Investigates. Each segment would be a 3 to 5 episode miniseries, going deep into the real subject in the history of pro wrestling.
And one of the things I had on here was the life of Eddie Guerrero.
Now here's my thing. The name, I mean, they'd probably tweak the name a little bit, but that's kind of almost the same thing. I guess it's a widened out version of the Round Table, really, because they would take a subject, a real subject in the history of pro wrestling, and they would do one episode of these legends talking about that particular thing.
If it's just it may just be one person doing voiceover stuff.
Right, it may be a voiceover person just talking about, which I like that idea, but I also think they do need to bring back the Round Table stuff.
Definitely.
Now, the Table for Three is great, but the Round Table, I think, where there's a moderator and they're asking each person questions and making it an hour long,
yes.
I think that would be good, and it kind of goes along with that investigates thing.
But I understand that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. It depends on what the subject is too.
I like both concepts. I like where it's just a voiceover giving you details, and I also like it to where it'd be a round table situation.
Because there'll be a few you can't. If you touched on them, it would really be. I think it would be a big viewing just to see it.
Yes.
The Chris Benoit story would be definitely a big viewing.
Which, of course, they're not going to do that.
Owen Hart's death
which I don't think they could touch
no,
that
that's
either.
the two they can't touch.
Right.
But those two would.
But they
gain
could talk about
a lot of views. I think they would get a lot of views.
Yeah. I think they could talk about Eddie. They could talk about, like, go in depth about Sunny and I'm not Sunny. What's her name? Medusa throwing the belt in the trash and going into deep detail about that. Because you could have the round table thing at that point, everybody's opinion on it, this and that and the other. Subjects like that, I could see that. Just different things going on. I like the idea. The concept is good.
Up next is WWE Goes Viral. Best WWE viral videos, including one submitted by the fans.
That could stay on YouTube.
They did that already with Dolph.
Yeah, he did that on YouTube. It was good.
Yeah.
But it needs to stay on YouTube. It doesn't need to be a network show. I like the stuff they used to do on YouTube. Oh, with Josh Matthews and Road Dogg. Oh my gosh.
That was funny.
That was amazing.
And they could do that. They could have done that as a network show.
They could have done that as a network show.
Okay.
Up next, WWE Kids. Kids interview WWE stars, compete against them in games, and call the action for in-ring action. Call the action for in-ring action. That's kind of a double entendre. I don't know if that's the right word for that either. But anyway, it's like saying the same word twice for no reason.
It would be funny to hear the kids calling action in the ring.
Yes, because they're not going to call some of the stuff the right way.
No.
Stuff like that. But it would be... Well, I thought they were already doing that, because I think the little girl that likes Bailey a lot, that's always at NXT... can't remember her name now. Anyway, they've already shown where she's been filming, like interviewing people like Big Show and stuff like that. I think that would be good, like doing stuff like that. You can have some of the wrestlers' kids. You ain't gonna pay random people them.
Yeah, I mean it's one of
It's kind of in between, but they've already looked like they've worked on the idea and already kind of filmed some stuff for it.
Up next, WWE Promo Battle. WWE talent go head-to-head in improv wars in a tournament-style setting where the audience on social media, as well as a panel of judges, determine who moves forward until they crown the Promo Battle champion.
They're already doing that right now with The Rock. You know, The Rock started that.
No.
The Rock's doing that right now. It's on YouTube. Vicky Guerrero is a guest judge. Rey Mysterio's been a guest judge. It's basically a YouTube channel thing right now where people sit in YouTube videos of them doing a promo and stuff. And then while they said most of them sucked really bad, The Rock took the best 32 and he puts two against each other. And then the guest judge determines who moves forward until, they go to 32 to 16, 16 to 8, 8 to 4, 4 to 2, blah, 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 right?
Yep.
So The Rock's already doing it. According to what I've heard, Taz is saying that The Rock took his idea. Taz said he was going to do that.
Oh, really?
And The Rock took his idea. That's what I'm hearing. But anyway, so that's kind of the same concept, except for that is no way that's true.
Yeah.
That's insane. But anyway, that's basically the same concept with WWE stars instead.
Yeah, it'll be different. I mean,
I'm kind of in between on that one.
Get some that who can talk and some that can't. Give them a shot. Maybe they can. Maybe they'll come out of their shell.
Maybe so.
Up next, we have WWE Roast. John Cena would be roasted in a no-holds-barred tribute. Yeah, put on MA, cut off, let the language fly.
That's true. It's on the network, so let the language fly. Let them roast him. But I think he should be the first in a series. I think the older ones should be the ones getting roasted, obviously.
Yes.
But you have John Cena. You can have Triple H. You can have Big Show. You can have Kane getting roasted. You can have Mark Henry getting roasted. Vince McMahon, Goldust, R-Truth, Austin. Yeah, any of the old timers that were willing to come back, that would be good for the younger generation of guys that are there now to, in a fun way, poke fun at them, but in a light, fun way of doing it. Because it looks like you're basically being offensive.
Yeah, because you get them all everything, and then in the end they get to get up and they can rip it back to you.
Right.
So
it looks like you're being offensive, but it's actually
I always
fun.
loved the roast they did. I mean, the ones on Comedy Central though.
I mean, they go really far.
And they're the same people every time.
Every time. You don't have to go as far as they do on Comedy Central, but it'd still be funny if they let kind of the PG thing go away for a little bit.
Yes.
And finally, WWE Superstars Search, hosted by Lita and Trish, a competition reality series with 10 women competing for WWE contract. Did I just repeat myself?
You feel like it, ain't it?
It's the same concept as the Totally NXT.
Yep, it is. Except being the WWE contract instead of it's tough enough for women.
Tough enough. I don't like it.
No.
Because it remember it used to be Divas Search, so now they got to change it to Superstar Search.
No.
If it's going to be called Superstar Search, it should be men and women then.
Yeah, but they call women superstars. So.
They do call women superstars, but I don't like it. It's stupid, especially if you're going to do the one with Totally NXT.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
But anyway, that was a very long episode. I just realized how long we went. We do apologize, but hopefully we still get a lot of views on this one because it is about the CWC. But up next in part 4, the list that
does done this.
We got number 13 in the biggest matches WWE should have booked in the 80s, but did not.
We also have WWE Superstars that failed as the guy.
And top of the list, Storytime Fathers and Sons who won the same wrestling titles.
And 15 times WWE conveniently lied to us in our faces.
Right in the face.
Number 5 and number 4 this week. Let's come on back to part 4 of the list.
That doesn't make sense.
I'm Mike Hogan.
I'm just a cop.
We'll see you in a few clicks.